Hi, everybody. Yep, my chair is really squeaky. How are you all today? Welcome to Wine and Reason. I am Julie, and I am here to talk to y'all about something that I found incredibly inspiring. And it's something that someone in our community wrote. So I'm going to get to that. But really quickly, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Harmonica Man is in. Mark Caesar's here. Oh, but he'll be back. Finally got his internet working again. Okay. Yeah, lame. I hate it when, yeah, weird internet stuff, right? It happens. Okay, and Amiga Nuts is here, as always, and Microraptor is here. So good to see you. A bit of tea in Danish is here. Hey, Linda. Godless Granny is here. Hey, darling, always a pleasure. Oh, Amber Schofield and Brainbug. Julie, are they wearing their running shoes? Brainbug asks. I don't know what you're referencing there, Brainbug. I'm sorry. I have no context for this question. Oh, the running errands. Yeah. So Junk Shop is off running errands that are important. And no, I don't think Junk Shop owns running shoes. Junk Shop owns boots and really nice dress shoes. And that is about it. I don't think I've ever seen Junk Shop in anything approaching a sneaker. So, yeah. So, no. They're also more like driving errands, but that's just not the phrase. That is how I take a joke and make it not funny, by over-explaining it. Yeah. This is why I'm not a comedian in real life. Okay, I think I got everyone. If I skipped you, I am so sorry. Everybody is doing, oh, Doc Fearsome, hey man. So everybody is doing cool stuff all over the place. Keep your notifications on. There's the Godless Granny has a cool stream tomorrow evening. Thursday, a bit of tea in Danish has the TMI show. Brainbug is always doing cool stuff. Have your notifications on for Brainbug. I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, but you're all awesome folks. Mark Caesar says that proof that Junk Shop is not sneaky. They don't own sneakers. Yeah, exactly. No, they're not sneaky. They can be preternaturally quiet though, and it comes from both of us having a background in theater, and they did a lot more tech than I did, including tech like theater tech up on catwalks where you have to be very, very quiet or the audience is going to look up and if they hear something and wonder who that person in black is. So yeah, they're really nice in the house. Like they usually announce themselves from a room away, like, hey, not sneaking up on you, which is good because yeah, they've made me jump almost out of my skin more than once, and it's not their fault. They weren't trying to. They're just very quiet. Hey Geo Sam, hey Critical Cripple, hugs, hey Never Again. So good to see everybody, and there's lots of snuggling and love in the chat, which is awesome, always awesome. Okay, so this is Wine and Reason. I'm Julie. I think I said that already. Today's episode is brought to you. You know how some couples have songs? Junk Shop and I don't have a song, really. We haven't found it yet. You know, your song as a couple, it kind of has to just happen organically. And we have some, we might have a playlist, but we don't have a particular song. We do, however, have a wine. And this is it. This is Irony. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon 2018. It's from California, and it's delicious. And we bought it just on the name, hey Ox, because we're both writers. Hey, grumpy old dude. And so we just loved that there was a cab called Irony. So we bought it when we were out of town for my nephew's wedding, and years and years ago when we were first dating, and this very quickly became our wine. So whenever we see it, and it's a reasonably priced wine as well. It's a $10.99 a bottle where I live, and we have sin taxes on alcohol where I live, so it's probably even cheaper where you are. But it's a decent cab. Okay, so having said that, this is the Dear Mr. President edition. And that's because, oh no, I just realized something terrible. Hang on one second. Let me fix a thing. There we go. That's important. That is important. Okay. So patron and friend of the show, friend of the channel, The Lone Wanderer, wrote a beautiful and compelling and inspiring letter to President Biden that she posted on Twitter, and I got her permission to read it on today's show because it's just great. And so let's see. And in light of the pandemic and the U.S. Death toll from COVID-19 has reached a new height after a record month of deaths. And part of that is probably, winter making things worse. But PBS NewsHour from February 1st, 2021, so that was yesterday, said that the U.S. passed 443,000 pandemic deaths as of yesterday. So I know we're all looking forward to getting vaccinated, and maybe some of you have already been able to get vaccinated, and that's amazing. If you can do it, we're still waiting for our spot, and our city is being very confusing and cagey about the whole thing. Apparently, the first round of vaccinations did not go well, and excuse me, and in his weekly newsletter, the mayor of Memphis actually apologized for however foobar the situation was. I didn't have a chance to really find out precisely what happened, but who knows? Apparently we Memphis all over it somehow. Like you all know I love my city, but I recognize its faults, and it has them. So yeah. But so in the midst of this tragedy, President Biden has already reached out to the WHO, and the U.S. is once again a member of the World Health Organization. If you didn't already know that, it's kind of old news, but I wanted to say it anyway. We are once again, during a deadly pandemic, a member country, nation of the World Health Organization. It's so nice to have someone saying in office. I gotta say, I'm trying not to rest too easy on it, but wow, it's just nice. But we have a dysfunctional healthcare system in this country, and it's, we've all talked about it on each other's streams before. We've DM'd back and forth about it. We all knew people who at some point in their lives, I actually, two dear friends of mine, because their child needed a heart transplant, ended up literally millions of dollars in debt. And they're okay now. They were able, I'm not sure how, but they were able to get out from under the bulk of it. I don't know how they did that, but you shouldn't end up millions of dollars in debt in order to save your kid's life. Which he did get a heart, so that was great. But yeah, it's just it's so frustrating. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Microraptor says, when Biden got his first vaccine dose, he said, I'm looking forward to my second dose. I'm sure that was a white lie, because who the hell looks forward to needles? I don't know. Probably a 75-year-old man who has to be in the public eye and has to be out in public during a deadly pandemic. I'm sorry, 78-year-old man. Look, I don't care about needles don't bother me, and I know they bother a lot of people, so I'm not trying to say, you're wrong, Microraptor. They do bother a lot of people, but yeah, I don't mind them. I was sick a lot as a small child and got stuck all the time, and so it's just kind of it made me afraid of needles for a while, and then it just sort of became this, that happens. And now I don't mind, to the point where if I have a good phlebotomist, I enjoy watching them take my blood because my veins are kind of hard to find. So I like it when they, when they find it, and then I like watching the blood fill up the vial. Is that weird? That's probably weird. Okay, I'll stop talking about that now. Yeah, Ox, maybe someone who likes tattoos wouldn't be. Now I will say this: tattoos. I have 7 tattoos, and they are all kind of big, and yeah, I'm much more afraid of getting a tattoo than I am of getting a vaccination. That's for sure, because I'm a vampire. No, Godless Granny's saying she's a vampire in all caps. I know. I'm just weird. I think maybe. I don't know. There was a point in my life where I really wanted to be a veterinarian when I was a kid, and I think maybe that's part of it. Like I have a fascination with biology and how things work, but I unfortunately don't have the chemistry. I passed high school chemistry by 3 points for the year. That's how sad. All right, so I'm going to thank my Pinot Noir patron, Captain Kimothy. I'm going to thank my Cabernet Sauvignon patron, Lone Wanderer, also my first patron. And I'm going to thank all of my patrons because you are all amazing and you make this show happen. So the Lone Wanderer, a bit of TN Danish, who is in the chat, Captain Kimothy, who is not in the chat, but we love her anyway, Mark Caesar, who is in the chat, Santa the Sane, who is at work, who is also at work, Microraptor, who is in the chat, Ox, who is in the chat, Godless Granny, who is in the chat, the Lavender Lady, who we all love and need to send all of our love to right now, Junie and PJ Smith. Thank all of you so much. Your help, it really does mean the world to Junk Shop and I, so thank you. Okay, so let's get to where the getting's good, shall we? All right, so like I said, I have the Lone Wanderer. There is a link to Lone Wanderer's Twitter and channel in the show notes. There's also a link I'm going to talk about in a minute, and there's the PBS source is of course in the link. That's under sources. So please, if you want to chat, my Olight just fell down. Hang on 1 second, and this is how you know this is a live stream. 1 sec. Oh God, don't be broken, don't be broken. Okay, it's not broken. Yay! I don't know. I'm scared now. Hi. Hi. So this is my Olight. Oh my God! And the O part just fell off of it. So, yep. All right. So we're turning this off now because electrical things falling on the ground, very bad. Oh, I see. I don't know how it got unscrewed, but it got unscrewed from the top. Okay, I will fix this after. Apologies. Bye, Godless Granny. Oh my gosh, you guys, what? Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to figure out. I don't know. The Olight needs to be fixed somehow. So, okay, sorry if it's dark and if I'm. No, you can laugh. It's okay. Harmonica Man, that was hilarious. You could absolutely laugh. It's not a problem. It wasn't as funny as Dave's yoga ball, but that was pretty amazing. Okay. Serious time. I'll read you a very serious letter. All right. It didn't break. It didn't shatter. That's all. I'm fine. I know. I do. I have to clip disasters. All right, Dave. I will try. I will try to learn how to do that so I can put it out there. The day the O-ring died. Oh my God. That's so sad. Okay. All right. So I'm going to Lone Wanderer's Twitter Twitter? That's not a word. Twitter account. And I'm going to read you the letter. Okay. Dear Mr. President, first, congratulations on your election to the highest office in the land. I anticipate you will take your rights and responsibilities in this assignment seriously. Second, I would like to discuss universal health care with you. As you may be aware, more than half of the discretionary budget goes towards military spending. The discretionary budget for 2021 is $1.485 trillion. This sum of money is incomprehensible for the majority of Americans, as is the profligate nature of the present budget. But what is even more incomprehensible is the fact that we as a nation allow the military to spend that much money. There is unquestionably no demand to devote countless trillions of dollars on a standing army or to use those resources and our military in other countries. Instead of defending the rest of the world, why don't you take half the budget reserved for the military and use it to finance universal health care? I have lived in the United States since 2012, and I have had the honor of becoming a citizen the Friday after you took office. It was not the ceremony I wanted. I wanted to be sworn in on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. But alas, these are the sacrifices we have to make for someone else's irresponsibility in unleashing COVID-19 onto the world. Irrespective of when I attained my citizenship, I saw myself as an American the moment I stepped off that plane, and with that additional responsibility, I wished to make this community better and to show the people who were born here that they deserve better. I wanted to show them how they can reach the end game, which is for their government to care for them in the right way, such as giving them free health care, amongst other things. I implore you to see reason and start treating Americans as humans and not numbers. Please consider cutting the military budget and spending the money on universal health care. The money is there. Trust me, I'm good at budgeting. Respectfully yours, Lone Wanderer. P.S. She didn't sign it, Lone Wanderer, but I'm not going to read her real name out here, even though it's on the thing. P.S. I would appreciate a written response to my correspondence. All right. So, as usual, immigrants getting the job done for the rest of us. Y'all are still talking about the Olite disaster. It's okay, I understand. Yeah, so beautifully written letter, and it makes an excellent point. We do spend a ridiculous amount of money on our military. And in fact, you wouldn't even have to take, as the Lone Wanderer suggests, half of that budget to create a national healthcare system, to create universal healthcare for all Americans. You wouldn't even need that much. Like, if it was a big stack of Oreo cookies, you could take like the first 4 Oreo cookies of the military's budget and leave the rest. Like, let's say it's a dozen. You could take the first 4 or maybe even the first 2, and it would pay for that. And if you took 2 more, you could increase the public education budget to pay teachers a living wage and give them better insurance and better benefits, and to therefore strengthen our education system, because that is a big part of what is wrong with America. And we've all talked about it, is our education system does not teach people how to think critically, not at the K through 12 level. Unfortunately, it just doesn't, unless you happen to go to a really good school, and that depends on where you live. That because richer neighborhoods, richer townships can put more money into their public schools, and I'm not even getting into private schools here. Okay, so yeah, having said that, yeah, we absolutely can afford national health care, in this free health care in the United States. We absolutely do. We absolutely can. The money is there. And I think COVID has shown us that the money is there. So anyway, once again, Lone Wanderer, congratulations on becoming a citizen. I know it meant so much to you. We got to talk about it at length, and Just, I'm sorry you didn't get to do it at the take your oath at the Lincoln Memorial, but I'm really, really happy that you're one of my fellow citizens now, because we need people like you. And on that note, sorry, I forgot. It's kind of a sin to toast someone and then not actually drink. Okay. So on that note, Lone Wanderer's letter inspired me a lot. And I really want to write my own. And I was supposed to have it written before today, but I didn't. I've got a draft. I don't have, it's not written. It's not done. So finished. So I'm going to write to President Biden, about universal health care as well. And so I looked up how to do that, like how to send a letter. I've read that handwritten letters carry a lot of weight with politicians, because it's like, if you take the time to actually put pen to paper, it's a big deal for them. But at the same time, if you go to, which is linked in the description, if you go to whitehouse.gov, it gives you phone numbers to call the White House. It gives you, if you want to send a letter to the White House, they will say, if possible, email us. That's the very first thing they say. And their reasoning for that is this is the fastest way to reach the White House. But I will say, as someone who has emailed her senators and Congress people multiple times, like Marsha Blackburn, every time I email her, I just get a form letter back, and you can't respond to it. And she's awful. So there's that. So they do respond, but it's, you can tell if it's a personal response or not, and it's usually not. So one of the things that the White House suggests, the whitehouse.gov website suggests, is if you write a letter, please consider typing it on 8.5 by 11-inch sheet on an 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of paper. If you handwrite your letter, please write as neatly as possible with an ink pen. And that's one of those things that you read and you think, seriously, would someone write with crayon or a pencil? Really? But apparently they had to say it, which means it's happened. Now, just to give you an idea, this is my handwriting. Not great. I usually got in elementary school, I would get a U for handwriting, which meant unsatisfactory. So yeah, I've tried learning calligraphy. I've tried lots of things to improve my penmanship, and it is generally only legible to me. So I really wanted to write a handwritten letter to the president, but I'm probably going to type it. And oh, Harmonica Man, yeah, it says, Harmonica Man says, I will practice my calligraphy. Your calligraphy is beautiful. But yes, I'm going to type my letter, but I am going to sign it. I'm going to leave space. I'm going to type my name, and I'm going to sign it at the bottom, and then I'm going to actually mail it through the U.S. Postal Service, because we need to support the heck out of that too. All right. So let me see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Oh, bye, grumpy old dude. Love you. All right. Microraptor says, I occasionally message. Oh, I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with that. Yeah, that's in chat stuff. I'm sorry. You're awesome, Microraptor, but that had nothing to do with last time. Okay, Harmonica Man says, yay, Lone Wanderer. You can own guns and cuss with your beer drinking friends by the fence now. I don't, somehow Lone Wanderer doesn't strike me as that particular stereotype, but that was cute and funny. And I do wonder sometimes, like when people come here, you know, I sometimes these days, I mean, since Trump actually, I was in 2016, I was one of those people who was on the Canadian, like, Immigrate to Canada website when it crashed in 2016, the night of the 2016 election. I was one of those people because I couldn't imagine being here if Trump was going to be president. And wow, did he ever prove me right? And I really wanted to be wrong. Really, really did. But anyway, that's beside the point. We don't have to talk about him anymore. We can just toss his shameful, awful self into the annals of history. And it's bad enough. I mean, like, let him be the big, scary, cautionary tale for democracies everywhere. Like, yeah. All right. So, Amiga Nuts, Amiga Links. I almost called you Amiga Links because Amiga Nuts is posting everyone's links in the chat. So check those out. Let's see. What else? Yeah, if you found, if you're, especially if you're in the States, and I know we got like Microraptors here, Mark Caesar's here. We got a lot of people who are from countries that already have, like, here we go. This is an excellent point. So Mark Caesar says, because he's in Australia, and he says, with a free public health system, you don't need better insurance. And absolutely right. Absolutely right. I don't want health insurance anymore. I want a free public health system. Yeah. So, and the thing is, other first world nations have done it. So we know it's doable. We know it's possible. I mean, the UK did it right after World War II. They created the NHS. And actually, the gentleman who he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for fundraising. He was the elderly gentleman who was a veteran, and he was doing walking laps in his back garden to raise money for the NHS. In the UK, he passed away at the age of 100 of coronavirus and pneumonia, which really, really sucks. He was 100 years old, I get it, but it's like he raised, I mean, he made the Guinness Book for raising so much money for the national healthcare system, and he wasn't, that nothing protected him from this pandemic. And yeah, and my own sister got pneumonia after COVID-19. She had COVID-19, immediately had pneumonia, ended up in the ER a couple of times. There weren't any beds. They couldn't admit her. So yeah, she's okay now, but she's also, she's a bit older than I am, but she's not, she's not elderly by any means. And that's probably what allowed her to get through that. And she's much healthier than I. She doesn't drink. She's never smoked. Or I think she smoked when she was like 18 and then quit really young. Yeah, Ox, that's, what? Yeah, that's a fair point. There can't be illegal immigrants on stolen land. You're right. And all of it was stolen from First Nations peoples. All of it. Oh, Ox, I'm sure you heard about this. Just in case you didn't, I found it kind of gratifying. One of the things Biden did the night he took his oath was he had that painting of Andrew Jackson, the president who was all about like genocide on Native peoples, taken out of the Oval Office. So that's nice. I think he replaced it with a portrait of Lincoln. But yeah, it was nice to see Andrew Jackson out of there. Ugh, God. All right. Yeah, no, you're right, Ox. Yeah, everybody who's not indigenous in the U.S. is absolutely an immigrant. Yeah, I mean, I'm descended from immigrants. Yeah. All right. So, oh, right, I was doing a call to action. That's what I was doing. Sorry, the whole disaster with the light has me all confused. All right. Oh, shit. So Doc says, I lost my medical insurance recently. My work was paying for it, but because of the economy, they stopped. They wanted $64 per paycheck for the crappiest medical insurance available. I am so sorry. God damn it. One thing I can recommend is if you're on any medications that you have to take regularly, Doc, if you don't already have it, download the Good RX app. It's just download it on your smartphone. It has coupons, and it will also like find the pharmacy that's selling the medicine you need or the prescription you need cheapest. So it's a good idea. I actually just downloaded it the other day because you can use it whether you have insurance or not, and frankly, everyone should. It's just a good idea. All right. Yeah, Jackson was the Trail of Tears guy. Yeah. And that actually went through in part my part of Tennessee. If you drive around, you'll see signs posted in remembrance, like, Trail of Tears signs. And it's rough, but I think it's good. I think it's good that we have those. We need to remember and not forget about that. Because the Trail of Tears was basically a death march. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad you don't have any prescriptions at the moment. That's good. All right. Well, what did I do? I read the letter. I was doing a call to action. Yes, if you're in the States, please write to the president or Vice President Kamala Harris. Either way, write to them and urge them to, because they already want to revamp. They already are working on revamping what was the Affordable Health Care Act, but that got gutted under Trump. So they're working on undoing all of the damage Trump did to it, but it still sucks. It's still expensive insurance. And if you have to buy it privately, if you don't get it through your job, and so many millions of people are laid off right now or out of work right now, including yours truly, that it's terrifying. So yeah, definitely, let's make this a thing. Let's see if we can get free healthcare, because that would be awesome. Oh, Harmonica Man says, yeah, do a Bernie thing, make public healthcare a thing. Yes, absolutely. Said Mark Caesar. Harmonica Man says, my great-grandparents were on the Trail of Tears. One white cavalryman and one native princess. Wow. I'm glad they lived, because you wouldn't be here. All right. Yes, yeah. Hey, oh my gosh. You're never in the chat. You've been lurking. What's up? Okay, so who is a very dear friend, says Biden is reopening the window to register on the marketplace in February, this month. All right. February to May. Fantastic. That's good. All right. Okay, so any final thoughts, comments, arguments? Is awesome. You can lurk if you want to. All right. Well, in that case, I know we're not getting anywhere near the top of the hour. Ooh, this is good. Hang on. Also, GoodRx is great. It'll show the cheapest rates for prescriptions for various locations like Walmart, CVS, etc. Yes, indeed. Ha ha ha! Yes, I'm a lurker. Did you see what happened with my light? That was amazing. All right. I know, right? Thank you, Microraptor. So Microraptor She's in Scandinavia. And this doesn't sound, Bernie Sanders doesn't sound radical to her. Imagine that. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. But that's, that's because the narrative from the point of view of the U.S. government. Um, the narrative from a lot of other people's point of view absolutely has us in the bad guy, the evil guy camp for sure. Yeah. 10 million. Oh, yes, you saw the light thing and you laughed and then felt bad. No, it was funny. I was laughing too. That was hilarious. It sits, okay, so it sits on this tripod, like behind the monitor, on these spindly legs that they don't stay. They very easily. I mean, the thing has fallen so many times and I've caught it. That's the first time the top's ever come off. Is Junk Shop back with your coffee yet, Brain Bug? No, they are not. Depending on how long these errands take, I mean, it's the kind of thing that could take a little bit of time, or depending on lines and other situations, it could take a while. So, yep. So no. Nice. And lurks, and suddenly the Jaws theme comes on, and they're here, says Microraptor. That's fantastic. Da, 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 da. Oh, yes. Black History Month is on, so honor contributors. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Harmonica Man, for reminding me. It is Black History Month. Shortest month of the year, but okay. I don't know. It's messed up. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Microraptor, absolutely. It's weird because we are indoctrinated as children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance every day in public school to a flag. We actually make an oath to our country and to its flag, which frankly is creepy if you stop to think about it. Like, it feels good while you're doing it because it's the thing you've memorized and your teacher is and you have to do it, and only the only kids who don't do it are the Jehovah's Witness kids, and then they feel weird because they're not doing it. So but if you really think about it, forcing children to make an oath of allegiance to their country and to a country that was created to be a secular country, but then the words under God got shoved in there much, much, much later, in the 20th century. I mean, it used to just be one nation indivisible, not one nation under God indivisible. So, and with liberty and justice for all, that's the ideal. We have never had that. We have yet to have that. Maybe, hopefully, one day. I hope we're still working. I know some of us are still working for that. Ah, nice. Oh, thank you, Microraptor. I feel more connection to the flag behind you than to my own country. That one is more important to my identity. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that is a pride flag with it's got the, there you go. It's got the trans flag on top. Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to head out of here a little early today, largely because I need to fix this light and also figure out some other things for the rest of the day. Oh, all right. One more thing about patriotism running amok. Okay. When I was young, a long time ago, says Mark Caesar, we used to sing the national anthem before school. Nobody remembers the second verse, but I do. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they play the anthem at like sporting events, which is weird. And of course at political events. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Lady Gaga rocked it at the inauguration. I was thoroughly impressed. Yeah. All right. So, given that, and J Lo rocked "America the Beautiful" and "This Land Is Your Land." That mashup, that was kind of amazing. And I also understand that the "This Land Is Your Land" is I mean, that's a kind of a slap in the face to First Nations peoples, because it's not, and it wasn't. It just is now because it's like we have squatters' rights at this point or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was to have a Spanish, to have a bilingual person of Jennifer Lopez's fame and talent sing that. It meant something. I was clearly reaching out to immigrants, absolutely, but it was also, I don't know. It felt like it was reaching Spanish-speaking people and brown people all over our country, and that was nice. I enjoyed that. My white ass enjoyed that. I don't know. Wouldn't it be nice if politics didn't involve our skin color? Like if our complexions had nothing to do with it? That'd be cool. All right. So anyway, whatever. Write the president. Ask for free healthcare. The money is there. All right. We just need to make it happen. System is broken. It needs to be fixed. All right. You guys have a great night, a great day. Yeah. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, this is. Oh, I'm going to let Ox have the last. Yeah, I could. Yeah, Mike Rapper, you could tell how happy Kamala Harris was. It was beautiful. It made me cry. Actually, when she took her oath, I cried. Oh, Brainbug suggests use a different term than free healthcare. Okay. We can say universal healthcare, right? We can say that. Ox gets the last word today. We have to honor the present, but we must respect the past. And I agree with that. Absolutely. I'm a big history nerd, and you see it. And if you are into history, you see it, you see it, you see it. There are patterns. That wheel is always turning. And it's like our species keeps making the same mistakes, or many of the same mistakes. So, like, let's learn from it and change. All right. Bye, Linda. Bye, everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much. Microraptor points out, is it free if it's paid with taxes? I don't care. If that's how they do it, yeah, they can tax me more. It's fine. Non-capitalized healthcare, suggests Harmonica Man. I like it. All right, y'all. Yeah. Remember, you can't find truth in wine, but you can find it in reason. Take care.